So I have this one idea, and it's kind of like a transitional idea. Not something that I really want more than I just think that I need. Because if I don't have it, then I don't feel like I have a place to put the money in order to provide for my family. And yeah, that is a whole other thing. I want to provide for my family here. I want to provide for the world. And I want to consider the world my family, but as of right now, I haven't been communicating, and so then everybody's communicating that I'm not a part of their world, and therefore I don't feel like I'm a part of anybody's family. But I am. And it all just starts with a little bit of communication and a vision. I keep pointing to there. This is serious. I'm serious about this. I don't got jokes to make. So, yeah, I got this vision of like this foundation. I'm barely just learning what these words mean. I didn't go to school for this stuff. I went to school just like any other person. I went to public school, graduated, and I learned nothing about money. I learned Dave Ramsey. Nope, do not do what any single thing that Dave Ramsey says. He says, work for somebody else for the rest of your life and retire, which is not happening. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to retire. Nobody retires. My grandparents, they didn't get to retire. They kind of did, just a little bit. But most of the stuff that they do, they have to pay for out of their own pocket that they made the money. Same with my parents. Like, they have to go and work to be, like, alive, which is, it's kind of crazy. When I want to work with my mind. I want to work with other people. I want to talk to people. I want to be a leader. I want to be a leader of a country. Like, I want to be a leader of one of the first entirely internet countries that there is. I know that doesn't make sense because you can't have a country without land, but websites are land. Anyway, my dream. The Orange Coat Foundation. I call it that because I used to wear an orange coat all over the place. Now I got this black one. And it's nice, but it doesn't have a zipper. And I would walk around the place I live 24/7, just walking. And I had a phone. Either it was a flip phone or it was some Samsung whatever Moto phone, and I'd just be angry with the world because every night I'm going and I'm sleeping under I want to say under a bridge, but that's not really very realistic. Most homeless people don't do that. It's more like I'd go to sleep next to a building so that I'm not getting rained on. I go to sleep at the library, like, illegally. I got the police called on me all the time because I'm living illegally. You're not allowed in the state where I live. I'm an American. I know that's pretty obvious. But in the state I live in, you're barely even allowed to lean up onto a building. Like, you're not allowed to sleep in public, but for some reason they let you sleep at the library, like inside the library. So sometimes I'd be sleeping outside the library with the outlet that I'd plug my phone into and just like be watching this stuff and reading up on like all this stuff. Long story short, I kind of still in that position where I'm not really able to do what I want. And that's just because how do I even put this? I have patience. I have a lot of patience. Although it has been wearing down a lot over the years, especially being homeless. Like, it's hard to be patient when you're homeless, when you're just like constantly thinking about your next meal and your next place that you're gonna sleep. But like, I have a dream, and I know a lot of other people do. I talk to homeless people all the time when I was out about. I do it sometimes still. I try to talk to real people that are not like homeless, people who are able-bodied, which kind of hard. People look at you differently when you're in my skin. But most people have a big dream. Even people who have a job and they have a house and they're well off, they still aren't doing what they want to do. And that's what I want this Orange Coat Foundation to be for, is to work with people. I mean, I really haven't figured it out, but it's a foundation, so it's basically nonprofit money, and it works with people to be like, okay, excuse me, oh, I just had a good meal because I got a good friend. Get you some good friends. Yeah, work with people. Like, if somebody wants to be a construction manager, like a person who owns a construction company, and they're helping out the local businesses, it's kind of like a little chamber of commerce, or like I work with the chamber of commerce, and we'd have these dang, I need to breathe. We'd have fundraisers, which are there to like provide money so that these people can get the education they need. It's not just some college education that makes them into a worker, an employee or something. It's a real education that they can actually succeed, maybe after a couple of tries, but like, I'm there with them the whole time. Our foundation is there with them the whole time. Allows them to make mistakes. It allows them to learn, and it allows them to change their mind, and just like, it works with people to live their best life instead of just being like, oh, you said you want to be a doctor? Okay, well, now you have to go through 700 years of schooling, and if you decide that you don't want to be a doctor, well, sucks to be you, because now you owe $1 billion and you don't have any job to keep yourself afloat or something like that. So like, I feel like the Orange Coat Foundation would have on the job training that they would do, especially if it's a person who doesn't know how to be a construction manager, not even the singlest clue of how to be a construction manager. We'd work with people to like, what the heck? We'd work with people to give them that experience they need. And like for example, somebody wants to be a franchisee, and that's not very easy. Being a McDonald's franchisee, like, especially if you haven't had work before, you haven't worked at McDonald's before or something, you've got to have a little bit of experience. Otherwise, you're going to just fail. So what this Orange Coat Foundation does, we have these programs, we have funding, we work with the Chamber of Commerce, we do like internships and stuff. But most importantly, because of the situation that I'm in, the orange coat part of it, being homeless, is that it provides transitional housing until they are able to get on their feet. And that's the tricky thing, is that a lot of homeless people, it's just the way that the world works. Survival of the fittest. If you're still alive on the street after a year, why can't you just continue living that way? It's kind of how I've been. I've been homeless for like 4 years now. And it's been on and off. I've gotten the homes and then fell out of it and then came back. And I've always vowed to myself I'm never going to be homeless again, but it just happens. Especially when the people around you, especially when you got the environment that pushes you to be into homeless. That was said well. So yeah. So too long didn't read for all of you listening and watching and everything, which thank you for watching. Why is it doing that? Thank you for watching me do all this, talking to you, doing a little, doing a little rant to you. But if you don't know what I said, if it was a little rambly, basically, I have a dream. Everyone has a dream. And I have an idea that will help all people, including homeless people and people who do not have the finances to do it or the confidence to create their own dream. I have a foundation for that that I really want to make. And it's up to you and up to me to figure this out together. So, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.